You know when you have a devil or angel on your shoulder, a lot of times it's two devils talking to me.
I love your effort to make that connection. That's supposed to be my challenge.
What's the term? Is engorge a word?
I'm enjoying this conversation, and everything you're saying is interesting to me, but I can see you're stressed.
I'm over here sweating.
Tell me to screw off if this one is too personal.
Okay.
Is that how you use your money now?
That's when I take it personal.
People fight in this world over all sorts of things. I think it would be such a shame if you and I fight.
Would you like to know why I made that decision?
I would like to know why you made that decision. In my hand is a deck of cards. On each card is a single question. In just a moment, my guest and I are going to create a conversation that revolves around one of the cards from this deck. And right now, neither of us knows what that card is because it's going to be determined by a game of chance. This is part interview, part improvisation. It's an exercise in what I call conversational jazz. This is TK Coleman, and you're watching One Question. Rhino.
What's up, brother?
My man.
Love the intro too. That was smooth. One take. I can't do that.
I appreciate it, man. I'm so looking forward to this conversation, brother.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It was very important to me that in my 50 card deck, I had a wide variety of question types. So I divided it into 5 subdecks, each with 10 cards. And what I'm gonna have you do is pick up a subdeck one at a time, and then I'll just have you do a quick shuffle, and then just put one of the cards in front of you face down, and then I'll talk to you as you do that, a little bit about what that deck is.
Okay.
All right, so this first deck is Oddities and Quirks. You can pick that up and shuffle as I'm talking.
Do that.
And these are all personal eccentricities, things that make you uniquely you.
Wonderful.
The second deck is Big Ideas. These are questions about your life philosophy, your general worldview, the conceptual lens through which you see things. This third deck is What Would You Do? These are just hypotheticals, and I'm gonna just paint a picture for you, and you'll tell me what you would choose based on the circumstances and conditions I describe.
Okay.
This one is Agree to Disagree. Every card is just a quote or a cliche or some kind of common folk wisdom, and you'll tell me if you agree or disagree.
Great.
And then the How to Be Human deck is just about your view on relationships and navigating the challenges of relationships, your philosophy on dealing with other people and so on. And so just with this little step we've taken where you've shuffled each subdeck and drawn a card, we have now gone from 50 cards to 5 cards. And one of these cards will be the central card around which our conversation revolves.
Okay.
But before we do that, we're gonna do a little icebreaker exercise called the rapid fire drill. I'm gonna flip over each card one by one. You're gonna give me the first answer that comes to your mind. No nuance, no explanation, no justification. You got like 5 seconds.
Okay, just like a little snippet.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go, man. A little preview of your ideas.
Okay.
So, all right, let's go. What's something you love that says more about you than your resume ever could?
Say that for me one more time.
Time's up. I'm just kidding. What's something you love that says more about you than your resume ever could?
Making other people smile.
When you make a hard decision, what do you trust more, your reasoning or your instincts?
My instincts.
You're walking along the street and you see a huge bag filled with money. And you look around, there's no one around, no cameras, no one is going to see what you do. If you don't take this money, the next person that comes along, no matter who they are, good or bad, will for sure take this money. Also, the original owner will never see this money again, so it's not getting back to them. Do you take the money or you leave it?
Taking that shit.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Never take anything personally.
I disagree with that.
How do you know when to challenge someone versus when to let them be wrong?
It's a case-by-case basis. It's gotta, depends on the person. I hate when people say depends, but Depends.
Yeah, but some things actually depend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Those are some interesting answers. What I'm going to do is just shuffle this up, and I'm going to have you pick a card, but don't look at the deck. Look at me. Look me in the eyes. I'm not hypnotizing. You know, it's already done anyway. The deck is going to decide what you'll answer.
Let's do this one.
All right.
Okay.
The bag of money.
Ah, yes.
My man says he's taking every dime. Okay, so this is going to be our central card. Our conversation is going to be about your answer to this and anything that comes up in relation to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these other rapid fire cards, one to the left of it, one to the right, one above it, one below it. And these are going to be our connection cards. And basically the goal of the connection cards is twofold. One, they allow us the opportunity to mix up the energy a little bit. Sometimes we can just kind of take a little break from that topic, go to a connection card and come back. But I call them connection cards because when we talk about a connection card, I'm going to be looking for connections that exist between what you say here and what we're talking about with your central card. And the goal for me is to encourage active listening. You know, part of a conversation is about connecting with the person in front of us, but listening in a way to where we can try to discover interesting connections in their ideas and ways of looking at things. Cool. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Any questions for me before we begin?
I'm good to go.
All right, man. I'm taking that shit, he says.
Hell yeah. Give me that shit. Can I cuss on this thing?
You already did. I guess we lost whoever those sponsors were.
If this is not the G-rated one, I'm a cusser. I cuss. Oh, I'm talking to TK, a man of faith. I'm seeing the cross. I'm seeing the biblical bracelets. Here we go. The bag of money. Would you like to know why I made that decision?
I would like to know why you made that decision.
I think the caveats that you included in there about the person whose money it is or was simply will never have it again, whether I take it or not. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the person next to me, coming behind me, is going to take it. Why not me? Like, why not? Mm. I think one of my values and one of my core beliefs is that I don't want to physically steal from someone. I don't find that to be right. Maybe I've once in a blue moon had a chapstick in my pocket that I had at Target and then forgot to check out at the self-checkout. And that would be as far as I've gone in terms of stealing. Yeah. But when it comes to that bag of money, I don't find, to me, that feels like free money. And what I could do with that, what if I took that money and gave my disabled friend more money for their therapy? Is that bad? I view this as a morality it could be viewed as a morality sort of stance. Mm-hmm. And I think what I'm going to do with that money, I believe in, and I think I'm putting it to good use. You gave the idea of using it for your friend mm-hmm. as a hypothetical. Mm-hmm. Is that what you would do? Good question. You want to give me a number amount of how much money it is? Yeah, we'll make it up. We'll say it's like, in a shout out to Dr. Evil, we'll say $1 million. Oh, yeah, we're doing a lot with that. Yeah. I'd split it up. There'd be a big chunk for Ryan to do whatever I want with, mm-hmm. and what's the term? Is engorge a word? And just do all the things I want to do, fun activities, shopping, things that I'm passionate about, eating out. Yep. And then there's a big chunk that will go towards friends and family. I like to just give people money, experiences, tokens of my appreciation. I would do that with the money as well. That's what I like to spend my money on, is those two things, really. Yeah. So, yeah, I find that to be just, in my opinion. Yeah. Tell me to screw off if this one is too personal. Okay. Is that how you use your money now? It is, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So whenever if I see something that I think is cool, I will mail it to my friend, or I will give someone some money if they need it. Yeah. Not all the time, and I do it as I please and right. I see fit for certain individuals. Yeah. But I do that, and then I splurge on myself. Yeah. I think both of those seem to make me sleep decent at night, knowing that I do both.
Man, I hope you find a bag of money.
I'll toss TK $1 or two, too.
Hey,
if I get $1 million, TK is getting some money. I swear to God.
Let this brother find the bag. You're not worried about that next guy. Well, you are worried about the next guy. You don't want to take a chance on the next guy. You know who you are and what your values are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I'm not assuming that the guy behind me is good or evil. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he might, well, whatever he does with the money, I don't really give a damn because it's his now. Yeah. And if he does something bad with it, well, what am I going to do? I can't do anything about it. But I even paid for the person. I went to not Dunkin' Donuts. I went to Krispy Kreme maybe 3 months ago. And I remember paying for the person behind me just for, and I was like, I'm not going to even talk about this on social media or anything. And then TK invites me on the podcast. And now this is my moment to be not a virtue signaler. This is my chance to show how virtuous I am. And I did that because I enjoyed doing that. So, and I think with money, without going off on too long of a tangent here, it shows and exemplifies who you really are. So I think I'm a good person.
Yeah.
So give it to me.
Yeah.
I'll take the $1 million. Someone put me on the Mr. Beast show where they give out $1 million.
Man, let me tell you, you're talking about the moment where you demonstrated your sainthood to the other person. I didn't realize how scary that was. So I've been having these moments where maybe I'm in a coffee shop or something, and I've been practicing paying attention to that still small voice. And sometimes that voice will say, buy the guy behind you a cup of coffee or whatever it may be. And it's led to some funny experiences. I don't hear it all the time. I don't feel it all the time. But one time I did it, and the guy, he was in front of me, and he just started buying other stuff. Like, he could hear my thought process. He was like, actually give me a banana too. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it though. He's like, and let me have 2 bagels. I'm like, this guy literally hears what I'm thinking. He knows I'm gonna pay for it.
Oh, that's funny.
But so there's this one time I'm in the airport, and I order my coffee, and there's a lady who's up next, and I say, and whatever she gets, and she says, oh no, that's stupid. And I go, I just want to pay for your cup of coffee. You don't owe me anything. She goes, no, that's stupid. I'm like, oh man. And the baristas are just kind of like looking like, oh dang. And I'm like, this is super embarrassing. And she rejected it so strongly that I can't go any further at this point, right? I can't contend with her. I take a breath and I say, I promise to respect your decision, but I just want to say this. People fight in this world over all sorts of things. I think it would be such a shame if you and I fight over me getting you a cup of coffee. I respect you, but I would just love the opportunity to do something nice for somebody else. Can you do me the favor of letting me get you a cup of coffee? And she goes, I'm always the one telling other people this. She says, everything you just say to me, I say it to my friends all the time. You were sent to me to make me eat my own words. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Wow.
Because it was so scary, right? And I think we underestimate how, like, taking the risk of being generous and doing something for somebody else, it also can involve risk too, and that can be very difficult.
Yeah. You're a stronger person than me, because the second someone says, that's stupid, I would have taken my fucking banana bread and smacked it across them. Yeah, okay. Give it back or whatever. Nah. But you know what? But that's your character, and that's why the world needs some clones of TK out there, because we need more people doing that.
Hey, both of us, man. We need both of us. But let's hope they don't clone us, man, because let's hope they just let us ride it out, right?
Just the one.
Right. Let's take a look at one of our connection cards, man. You disagree passionately, would never take anything personally. And that's almost become an axiom in the self-help world. Never take anything personally. You're like, hell no.
Yeah, my knee-jerk reaction to that was to say, nah, take some stuff personally. Because I think sometimes people do things to personally spite you, to make a statement about how they feel towards you. For example, if, let's say you're in a relationship and this person, let's say you're genuinely not a piece of crap partner, you tried your best, you're just being you, and this person, in your opinion, they broke up with you for an unjustified reason or whatever. Let's say there's a breakup and this person has decided, my life is better off without you. Mm-hmm. In those sort of situations, I take those things personally, but not in a vindictive, spiteful, angry way. More in like this person just bet against me and they bet against my future. Like they were given a chance to sort of put their chips on me and say, I'm gonna bet on Ryan. I take that very seriously. So when they break up and they're like, yeah, I think I can do bigger and better things without them, I take that personal and I'm like, well, now I need to go harder. I need to level up everything in my life, my character, my finances, my fitness, everything, how I speak to my mom. I want to elevate and be that much better so that this person, whether I want to be with them or not in the long run, I'm like, I need people to know they made a mistake when they just think that I'm not a good person to bet on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can only think about it in terms of like a relationship standpoint, but I'm sure there's other scenarios in my life where someone said something to me and I took it personally. I don't know. Do you have? I'd love to know how you would answer that because I have my own opinions about it.
Yeah.
But let me say this, and then I want to toss it to you really quick. A lot of times, I would argue 95% of the time, when someone says something disrespectful to you, mean, hostile, it's not really about you. It's about how they feel about themselves. It's like a common concept where they don't actually hate me. They don't actually think my shirt is that stupid. They just are behind on rent and their relationship's in shambles and their back hurts and they have some medical thing going on with them that they can't get to the bottom of. And my shirt was the easy, low-hanging fruit for them to throw a tomato at. Yeah. So a lot of times I'll see someone get angry at me and I understand like, brother, you're hurting. And yeah, you can use any insults at me and it's fine. I understand that you're probably in a tough situation. But then there's some people that I think they need to get set straight sometimes. I ain't gonna be Mr. Nice Guy 24/7.
Yeah. How do you know the difference, like, between the person who's just like, hey, this person's hurting, like, don't just let it be.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I could grab from a very specific moment. I think I use the relationship one because it's they've seen you in many moments. This is accumulation. What's the word? It's a culmination of moments when they have calculated, looked at you, and decided, I don't fuck with you anymore. I'm trying to think of another scenario where it could be a random person simply disrespecting you, or where you need to take something personal. I don't know. Maybe I can't think of anything right now. But how do you know the difference? I guess for me, it's intuitive.
Yeah.
I can look at someone and go, for example, yesterday I was in an Uber. My Uber driver screamed out of the window randomly in the middle of the highway. Some guy maybe cut him off or something. And he screamed some cuss words out of the thing. You effing a-hole. And then rolled the window back up. I'm sitting there with my AirPods like, what the hell just happened? And I was thinking, I thought, okay, this is gonna get sort of not too deep in the weeds, but I haven't thought about this actually until right now. I knew in that moment this guy spazzed on the random person that cut him off in traffic, probably because this guy's driving for Uber. I doubt that's what his goal was as a child. I'm sure his life isn't what he wants it to be. and something happened to him, and he's angry, and this guy to cut him off is the, like I said, the low-hanging fruit to throw a tomato at. But then I thought, brother, I'm a customer in the back of the thing. I had nothing to do with your personal life and things that have gone through you. You freaking me out. That's some shit I might take personal. I know that you're hurting.
Yeah.
But you're also a grown-ass man, and you're providing me a service. I think it's awfully unprofessional and inconsiderate and unnecessary. It's well, in my opinion, it's easy to not cuss someone out. Like I can hold that in. I don't know, that situation, I'm trying to think if that's one I take personally. I think I let that one go. I let him go. I just find it rude, and I find it like, that's not someone I would want to, be that close with, someone who does that and cusses at people aggressively in public. That's not my flavor of person. I know that even on your worst day, I know you wouldn't do that.
You know I wouldn't do that?
I think so. I cannot see you.
Oh, yelling at the guy?
Something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe when you were younger or something?
Yeah, I wouldn't yell at anybody in a car. But there's self-preservation there too, right? I mean, this is a crazy world, man. It's a very crazy world. You never know who you're dealing with. Sometimes being silent is a matter of self-control, but sometimes it's a matter of self-interest. I care about my life. I don't know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being right and being alive. You can be right and dead.
You're cooking. That's so true. And which is why I don't tend to like people like that lash out in dangerous ways and do things that are foolish. That's where I might take something personal as well when my safety's involved. When my physical safety, when you did something extremely negligent, and you put my life at risk for someone driving me okay, that's another example since we're in the car. Uber drivers speeding, honking, crazy. I take that personal. I don't care what you've been through or what your mom called you when you were 10 years old. You're going to get my ass home safe if I'm paying you to do so. And putting my life in jeopardy. No, that's the biggest disrespect I could imagine. It's playing with my life like that. So so I take that personal. I don't know how that relates to the bag of money, but I can't keep chasing the bag of money if I'm gonna crumple people on the side of the street, on the side of the road, because some Uber driver want to have road rage. Damn.
I love your effort to make that connection. That's supposed to be my challenge, but
I'm not making it easy for you.
I love that you made that connection. Yeah, that gets in the way of you getting the bag.
There we go. Because I was driving to where they said the location of the bag was.
There are some interesting connections here because when I asked you, when you make a hard decision, what do you trust more, your reasoning or your instincts? That connects to what you said here. What's something you love that says more about you? No, not that one, I'm sorry. How do you know when to challenge someone versus when to let them be wrong? You said, it depends.
Yeah.
Right? It depends on what? It depends on how your instincts are guiding you in the moment, not on some formula for what you're going to do ahead of time. And that related to the never take anything personally, because as you illustrated with the Uber driver incident, it's like, hey, there are moments where I'm going to let it slide. And I know it when I'm in it, based on what my intuition, what my gut is telling me.
Yeah.
And this was a moment where, like, even though your reasoning was like, the math ain't mathing, this guy's putting me in a rough situation, I need to hold him accountable, I'm gonna just let it slide.
Yeah. And now that question, I don't know if we want to jump over to that one, the instincts, or was it, the intuition or the reason? Those to me feels very closely combined in my decision making. I have plenty of emotions and plenty of feelings, but I make most of my decisions based on reason and fact and logic and statistics. That those things give me a gut feeling. So I really have like gut feeling. I don't know if I get those.
Yeah.
It's sort of a strange thing. Maybe I get them sometimes, like when you tell me there's a bag of money in front of me, my gut's like, yeah, take that shit. But
Yeah, because that was the connection for me with the bag of money, that's a decision based on not so much your ability to prove anything or make an argument, but just like that trusting in your gut, trusting in yourself. So given what you just said though, why did you answer instincts? Would you say, I'm going to change that answer? Or would you say, I meant something a little more unconventional?
I might change that. Because instincts versus what was it, reasoning or?
When you make a hard decision, what do you trust more? Your reasoning or your instincts?
Oh man, I don't know why that's tripping me up. So good cards. These are some good cards. Man, because each situation, I might look at a romantic relationship and be like, I know my heart feels this way, and that my heart's like, just keep going. And then using logic and reason, I'm like, long term, how is this going to pan out? You can't get along with this person with this, and this. Is that really the person you should be staying with? Build a Venn diagram of what you get versus what you are not liking. Look at this.
You got a whiteboard, you be doing Venn diagrams.
That's the type of shit I do. I'll be writing stuff down, deciding how I want to go about things. I think with my creative endeavors, I go based off of instinct. With my, I guess, more serious matters, I think it is more about reason. And I also think when it comes to like my family relationships, that feels very instinctual to me. I just felt the instinct to call my mom the other day and tell her how grateful I was for her. And my dad was there as well, to just say how grateful I was that they were such good parents to me. I just had the instinct to do that. Yeah. I didn't think, well, I need to call my mom 3 times a day and then make sure that, because that would be good if you call her parents once a week. Like, I just did it based off of how I felt in the moment. I don't know. I'm rambling, but.
No, that's the nuance that is life, right? That some things we do invoke certain aspects of who we are, and then other things we do invoke different aspects. It's like with friendships. You got some friends, when you're around them, all you do is laugh. You don't remember what you talked about, like, because they bring that out of you. And then some friends you have, you might just be like arguing, debating, reason about things, because different people bring different things out of you. And we could say it's the same thing about our projects and our circumstances, right?
Yeah. When I'm shopping for clothes, that's an instinct. That is not a rational thing. How many more black T-shirts do I need that have paint splatters on them? I do not need any more logically, reasonably, rationally. But damn it, when I see it, it's talking to me. It's whispering to me. I never forget, you said this to me one of the first times we had lunch. And you said something about like these certain objects have the ability to whisper to you. And I'm like, ever since you said that, I think that's how I view the world. Is like when I buy artwork or when I buy a piece of clothing or whatever, they speak to me. These objects speak to me. And I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I don't know. I just had to bring that up.
What's the funniest thing something you purchased whispered to you?
Oh my God. Well, I got to think of the silliest things I've purchased because they say crazy things to me sometimes. Let me think of, there was one thing that I almost purchased, but someone beat me to it. It was probably for the best. It was a $32,000 painting. And it was these 2 Rottweiler dogs and then a woman. And that thing was just talking to me crazy. And it was like, it didn't say much, but you need this one. You need this in your place.
Who said it? The dog or the?
It might have been the dogs. They were looking at me in such a way that I've never seen before, and I was looking back at them like, "How much is this?" And they were like, $32,000. And I said, I was looking at my bank account. As you guys do Zelle or Wire? I've never transferred that much money to anyone in my life before. But then they said, yeah, it's sold at 9 a.m. today. So
the dogs are like, you move too slow.
Yeah. So next year at the art fair, I'm gonna go back super early and see if something else whispers to me. That's what I kind of like. That's why I like myself, is because I let certain things like that control me. Like, it's not smart to spend. I'm not a multimillionaire, so it's a $32,000 painting. Smart? No, but damn it, the way I'm gonna feel when I'm looking at it every day, and I collect art and stuff. You get it. You're a book guy.
Yeah.
Can you justify all these certain books? Maybe not fully, but the way they make you feel when you open that page, when you open that cover. So I'm very sporadic with how these voices talk to me. I was like that with food. You know, when you have the devil or angel on your shoulder, a lot of times it's two devils talking to me, or two donuts rather.
Same thing.
And again, I'm missing the whole concept of the bag of money. I got to spend a bag of money.
I'll make that connection. We good.
But that happens to me a lot. I have two things that are supposed to be disagreeing with each other: my good side and my virtuous side, and then my irresponsible side. And sometimes I'm getting neither. Sometimes I get both good guys, and sometimes I get both bad guys.
Yeah.
And they're both fighting for my decision-making abilities at all times.
Do you ever, when you got the two donuts talking to you, you ever make the purchase, like the $32,000 piece of art or whatever, and then go, I shouldn't have done that?
I've had that happen before. I bought a let's see how much I can flex on the TK show. Let's see how many expensive purchases. I bought a $50,000 diamond watch, and I remember thinking, I can't wear this anywhere, because the whole reason I bought this is so that people could look at me and I could feel cool. And then I realized I can't even wear this because someone will really pop me for this thing. And is that really worth my ego getting stroked every now and again by some random person? It's not. So I was like, damn, I probably shouldn't have done that. Actually, not probably. I shouldn't have done that. But then I realized I kind of had to do that to realize that was stupid and I ain't gonna do it again. But there's definitely purchases where I bought, some smaller purchases, bought the t-shirt and I was like, bruh, they don't even fit. Like, come on, bro. You knew it didn't even fit.
Why'd you buy it?
To feel something.
Yeah.
Probably to get a little zing of something.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of dopamine that day.
Yeah.
But I guess rather buy a $20 shirt than do crack or something.
Did you take it back? Yeah, for sure.
A lot of stuff I try to sell or flip it. And if I can, it just goes in the bin. So I've made purchases where I'm like, yeah, I lost a little bit of money on this one, but
yeah.
Then I justify it by being like, well, I don't smoke or drink or do any substances, or I don't steal and I don't abuse people. So people have worse problems and spend money on bad things that they can't get money back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm enjoying this conversation, and everything you're saying is interesting to me, but I can see you're stressed about tying everything to the bag of money.
I'm over here sweating. I can't tie it back to the bag of money. Sorry, TJ.
So let me tie it to the bag for you. The bag of money isn't about the money. In fact, for most of us, our relationship to the money is about our concept of value, our concept of what life is about. And even when we want money, what do we want? We want things like freedom. Mm-hmm. We want agency, things along those lines, right? Mm-hmm. Control over our lives. Your answer to this bag of money question and the explanation you gave for why all says something about you that's showed up in every one of these cards, and that is, you are a man who likes to bet on yourself. Whether you are reasoning it out or following your instincts, even when you make a decision that doesn't work, you don't wallow in regret. You say, I embrace the path by which I arrived at the wisdom I now have. I don't even regret making the wrong decision, because the wrong decision was a necessary part of me evolving in this particular way. And that leads to this disposition where you say, I trust myself. I trust my gut. Everything I do is either going to work or it's going to make me better through the failure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that. I like how you tied that in there.
I had to do that for you, man.
You took my words out.
I wasn't even worried about it, but I saw you stressed over this. I was like, I got to get this brother the bag.
You took my words out and you made it into something. You took the ingredients and made it into a cake. Oh, you made me think of something there about going through these different decisions and arriving. I lost my thought, but I don't know. Tell me something else to talk about, and I might come back to.
While you sort that out, we've got one more card here, a connection card. I like to hear you expound on. What's something you love that says more about you than your resume ever could? And you said that you like to make people smile.
Yeah. Smile, laugh. I think I've always enjoyed doing that. Even from a very young age. I feel like for the most part, we are the same person our whole lives. I don't know if you feel a similar way to that. We might change our habits and whatnot, but I've always been the same person since I was young, where I would want to show things to people, a video, a picture, something, so that I could see their reaction, and I wanted them to have a positive reaction to something I did. So maybe my ego was wrapped up in it, like I want to be the reason someone smiles. I think that's a endeavor I made a career out of it. I really, that's to me feels like my purpose is to inspire people and to evoke happiness or laughter or some sort of epiphany out of them. Because I love when people do that to me. I think that's the coolest thing. That's why I like you. Because you say something, I'm like, that was good. I didn't think of it like that. And now I can go throughout the rest of my journey with some newfound wisdom. And
I also laugh at your jokes.
Oh, there we go. See, I've completed my life's purpose. But no, to be concise here,
You good?
I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, I really like. That's what I care most about, is just creating something and then it affecting someone and making someone feel something. Because I always looked up to people who did that for me. Music artists, random, maybe not teachers. I don't think I had any teachers that like were the coolest people ever in my whole life, but a lot of artists or certain friends in my life where I'm like, damn, they really stuck with me for a long time. They inspired me to do something. And so when people come up to me, oh, you inspired me to be a YouTuber. You inspired me to start making content. I'm like, damn, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So I want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had somebody tell you that before, that you inspired them to be a YouTuber?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's the best feeling ever.
Oh man.
It's better than them just saying they fuck with me. When they say, you made me want to do this, I'm like, that's crazy. Someone else made me want to do it. And I want to just keep giving that back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that.
The first time that ever happened, do you remember where like you're out and about and somebody recognizes you from the work that you do? Whether you inspired them to do the same work or not. Do you remember like the first time somebody recognized you and thanked you for your work?
I only have a brief memory of when someone DM'd me. I think I was a freshman in college when I had started my YouTube channel. And then a random DM or a message from someone was like, hey, I really love watching your videos. Like they're so funny or something. Mm-hmm. I saw the DM and I was like, oh, whoa. Obviously that I'm more used to that now, but it was just a simple compliment.
Yeah.
Someone just gave me a very simple compliment. Yo, they said something like, I'm a fan of your videos. Maybe I had put out 15 at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whoa, this person's from Arkansas. That's cool. I'm in Philly. Like, someone in Arkansas is messing with me. Dope. Let's keep doing it. And man, that's a high you keep chasing forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes I remember asking you, sometimes that could turn into a drug.
Yeah.
People's admiration. But no, at this point, I'm just grateful that it happens. And there'll be a day when it doesn't happen ever again.
Yeah.
Which is why anytime someone says something nice to me or anything like that, I don't get high off of it. I'm just like, I just sit in it and simmer in it. And I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep it going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear about the first time somebody recognized me?
You know what? I think I might have heard this before. Is this when, because I'm a fan of the podcast, is this when they asked you to take a picture?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that. They came up, the minimalist. Here, random guy, take a picture. Take a picture of me and the minimalist.
And it was just Josh. She puts her arm around Josh and tells me, here, sir, take a picture with me and the minimalist. And the whole time but she goes on a long monologue telling us about how grateful she is for us. She's like, you guys. Yeah, she's saying, you guys changed my life. You guys this. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's really cool. I've never.
So it wasn't like it wasn't that she thought you were a stranger.
I think she was talking to Josh, saying, you guys, like you and Ryan.
Okay.
Like you guys have changed my life. And I'm just there with him as his friend in her eyes. She's like, you guys changed my life. You guys this. And this is the first time I've been recognized. I'm like, it's not like a TV show or anything. And I'm like, oh man, that's really cool, right? Like that's real cool. Like you never know how much your work has affected people. And she goes, can I take a picture? And I'm like, yeah, she has me the phone. It's like, here, sir, can you take a picture of me and the minimalist?
You know what? I guess her not even knowing you is better than genuinely knowing and then be like, oh, I don't want one with you though. Let me get the other guy. Damn, what's worse?
Hey, my philosophy is we always get what we need. And I think what I needed in that moment was a good laugh.
Yeah.
What you talk about. I also needed a good reminder to not take myself seriously.
Yeah.
And even thinking about the never take anything personal. Sometimes even when people like you, it's not just the negative stuff, but sometimes even when people are positive towards you, it's not personal.
True.
And if you can remember that, you don't get caught up in any of it, man. Like you hate me, you love me. None of it's personal. You like that little video that I put up on YouTube. You like that picture, but you don't know me. You don't love me. You were feeling good that day, and you were having a good moment, and you liked it, and you never look back. You don't think twice about me.
Yeah,
it's not personal.
Can I give you something? Maybe you can.
Let's do it. Yeah.
This happened to me recently, and I wonder how you would have taken this because this goes with the taking things personally or not.
Yeah.
I've done soccer my whole life and stuff. I've been like decently athletic my entire life. I did a video on my YouTube channel. The topic was dudes doing pull-ups. And I'm on the screen and the concept of the video was, all right, fellas, if you can't do 10 pull-ups, you're done. Walk off the screen, walk off the set. And there was dudes there who I was like, that dude cannot do 10 pull-ups. Why is he standing there? And then I noticed, so I was laughing in the video because I can do 10 pull-ups. And I'm like, he can't do it. I know he can't. And then the viewers were like, why is Rhino's trolling? Bro can't do 10 pull-ups. Like, and then they're like, yeah, well, obviously he was joking about that. Like, he knows he's skinny and can't do it. I need to see Rhino do 10 pull-ups because ain't no way, blah, blah, blah. I said, you freaks. These are my own people. You guys are my own supporters. Talking about Rhino's clearly trolling. Because he obviously can't do 10 pull-ups. I took that personally.
Yeah.
I understood they don't know me. Because if they did, they would know that I can do 10 pull-ups. But I was like, you guys don't even know what I'm capable of. What the hell?
You know who I am?
And then I was like, you don't know me. And I was just, I've been doing content for 10 years. That's maybe one of the 5 moments, one of 5 moments that actually kind of that irked me. And it bothered me because it was, I don't mind you calling me ugly, stupid, my opinion's crap, whatever. I think when you're making a statement about my ability and what I'm capable of, and again, betting on me, that's when I take it personal. Am I bad for that? Should I change my ways?
I don't think so. This goes back to your earlier answer on it depends. I think about Muhammad Ali, who part of his narrative was an old teacher said to him one day that you're never going to be anything. And who knows if this really happened or if he made it up to motivate himself. You know how athletes can be. And when he became heavyweight champion of the world, he went back to that teacher and said, "Remember, you said I wasn't gonna be nothing," and held up
Here I
that
am.
championship belt. Yeah, I think the key question is, does it destroy you or does it build you up? If what people say about you destroys you, don't take it personally. Remind yourself that it's about them and the way they're perceiving the world, not who you are. On the other hand, if it builds you up, take it personally and use that as a practical strategy to motivate yourself to hit that next level. And so, using the Muhammad Ali example, how many people have been told by an adult that they're never going to be anything, and it destroyed them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a guy who took it personally and it made him better. And so I think the key question is, like, when you're reading those comments, when you're listening to people saying things about you, what is it doing to your soul? Is it making you say, like Sidney Poitier when he auditioned for his first play, and the guy snatched the script from his hand and said, "Don't waste my time." He says, "Why don't you go be a dishwasher or something?" And that's what Sidney Poitier was. He was a dishwasher.
Wow.
And he says by the time he walked home from that theater, he made up his mind that he was going to be an actor, if for no other reason than to show that guy there's more to Sidney Poitier than just washing dishes.
Wow.
So for Sidney, he took that insult and it took him to where he was. Another man can be destroyed by that same insult. So you got to take it based on what it's doing to you. Is it medicine or is it,
poison?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you know what? And that answers my question, because when I hear something like that, it lights a fire under me. Because then I go, I'm gonna look a certain way to where nobody's gonna second guess whether I can do 10 pull-ups again. And it keeps me sharp. I don't go, people are mean, I'm just gonna be quiet now and just turn the comments off.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hit 20 pull-ups, and then I'm gonna start a personal training company teaching people how to do 10 pull-ups.
I'm gonna break the all-time record.
Oh man. I like that, yeah. And I do take things personally, and they do boost me up. Yeah. But some people, it does. Yeah. They don't operate that way. They need to hear reassurance, and they need to hear but I do that. I speak to myself sometimes negatively to fire me up. Yeah. The preference thing, I think it's individual. Everyone's different.
Yeah. And when you're the leader or the mentor, you got to see who you're dealing with and use discernment. This person might want the tough love. This person might need the gentle love. But I'm gonna tell you this though, man. I have no doubt in you that if you got that bag, you're gonna do the right thing. So, I don't know if you're gonna take me personally or not, but just know I believe in you, Rhino. I believe you would do the right thing with the bag. And even though you got a good bag, obviously with $42,000 pieces of art, I believe you're gonna get a bigger bag because you got the kind of convictions, the kind of talent, the kind of consideration of other people that's gonna, I believe, attract a lot more opportunities your way.
I appreciate that. And if you had a bag of money, let's say it was given to you, what would you do with it?
I would produce a whole lot of the media that I want to see in the world. I want to see a lot of movies, a lot of documentaries, TV shows, and podcasts reflect my vision of what's cool and what's valuable. And I would pour that money into the kind of talent that I think could execute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Appreciate you asking me a question, man. Now that we've had this conversation, is there anything that you think you'd answer differently?
I think to reference the art that I've been talking about, I'm a canvas that's still being painted on currently. So I will stick with what I said for now. Yeah. Some of these are very subjective and depends and whatnot. Yeah. But that's how I'm feeling today. Yeah. So I'm locking in those answers for today.
All right, man. Let's lock them in. I wish I had a button where we could just lock it in. But I'll lock it in up here, and maybe we'll do another round sometime in the future.
I'll be game. I'll be ready.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.